Hello everybody, it's me, Ayla, and I'm here to give some backstory on the film you're about to watch, my debut short film, Even If God Doesn't. So I wanted to give some backstory about the film, like a summary, so that you kind of knew what was happening, because it is a very short film. It is 5 minutes long, so I can understand if you don't grasp certain things, because honestly, it makes sense to me in my head, but also I wrote it. I wrote the entire thing, so obviously it makes sense to me. So quick summary before I get into anything else. This is the story of two brothers who grow up in the Catholic Church, and they are part of this youth group once they get into high school that is a front for drug dealing and all kinds of Euphoria-esque situations. So they kind of are confronted with that in their lives, and one of the brothers, Matt, played by Jamie Bright, fun fact. I don't think they ever say their names in the film, actually, but they do have character names. So Jamie does play Matt. Matt begins to question his religion because he doesn't agree with the things the party people are doing. And that's just because of the way he was raised in the church. He sees everything from the church. Everything he sees from the church is considered sinful, so that kind of makes him start to double back on how much he trusts religion and how much he believes in it. And he's dealing with that with his brother, played by Jack Meadows, who is named Michael. There's a reason behind their names. I'm not going to get into it. If you want to figure that out, you can figure that out, but whatever. So that is kind of a heads up. If you are going to be upset by this film because it is a commentary on religion and it does kind of cast religion in a negative light, don't bother watching it if you know it's going to bother you. It's fine if you don't watch it. I don't care. I understand not everybody really wants to talk about religion in a negative light. I understand everybody thinks there is no negative light to be talked about there. So I understand that. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. That's fine. I don't really care. Now some backstory about the making of it. I wanted to give some heads up on that because there are a couple things in here that, they look cheap, and it's because they are. We had a budget of about $40, and I had some IOUs, so I used those. The only things we really bought for this was pizza to feed everybody and a pair of pajama pants. So we were really running low on funds. This is a short film, and it's an independent short film, so it's not going to look like movies you've seen before. I don't have a camera. I used my phone for all of this. I have a special lens, but all it does is make everything wider, so it doesn't really help me out much. We also don't have props that are very good. You'll see near the end of the film that there is a blunt made out of construction paper, and it's very clearly made out of construction paper, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. We used candy cigarettes in certain scenes and whatnot. So, and we used fake cocaine that was actually pancake batter, powder, the whatever. So, we tried. But it's still something that I'm really proud of, even though we did have limited cast and crew. In fact, we actually didn't have crew. I was the only crew member. I did all the lighting, I did all the set dressing, I did all the filming, I wrote the entire thing, I directed it, I did all the editing. So honestly, if you were to ask me how I feel about this film, I'd literally tell you I'm so sick of it, because I have watched it about 400 times now throughout the entire editing process, throughout filming. It was rough, but we are here and I am proud of it anyway. So I just wanted to give some backstory on that because I know that it doesn't look like a feature film. It doesn't look like something a studio would produce, and that's because a studio didn't produce it. And I just wanted to let everybody know that because I am looking for some constructive criticism with this because this is for my college applications, and I do have to submit 2 more films. So I'm hoping that I can get some responses on this and see what I could do next time to better it. And I just don't want those responses to be this looked fake, because I did my best with those, and you can really only get so good with set pieces and stuff. So, I do also want to give a big thank you to everybody who helped out. Thank you to all my family members, of course, because they all literally could not have done it without them. All of my extras, whatever, they're great. I got a good number of people for how many people did not respond when I posted on every social media platform that I needed extras, but whatever. I'm over it, it's fine. But I do want to thank specifically Jack and Jamie, obviously, for being my main characters because nobody else wanted to do it. I want to thank Alexis, Gracelyn, Lexi, other Jack. You guys know who you are. Like, I don't need to say last names, I don't feel like. But yeah, I wanted to thank everybody because I literally could not have done it without you guys. Like, I could not have filmed this by myself, like, very obviously. One more thing before I let the film play. There is a scene with lots of flashing lights. It happens right after you see the title screen. It'll say, even if God doesn't, and then it starts flashing. And then that stops after the party scene. So if you need to skip that because you have epilepsy or anything else that could be triggered by those flashing lights, please do. They are very triggering, flashing lights, if you do have something like that. They are not calm. So yeah, be careful of that. But otherwise, I hope you like it.
What? Church, come on.
To praise God today. Put your hands up. Let's go.
Beautiful morning, yeah, the sun in my morning, babe. Nothing in the water. Beautiful morning, yeah, the sun in my morning, babe. Nothing in the water. I just wanna feel liberated. I just wanna feel liberated. If I ever instigated, I'm sorry. Tell me who in here could relate. She get under your skin if you let her. She get under your skin. I don't even want to.
You think we did something wrong last night?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Do you still feel holy after all that?
I think that's the point
Of drugs?
of life.
I guess the point of life is to have fun. You think God ever has fun?
When?
Anytime.
Probably not.
Is it a sin? Have fun, I mean.
Isn't everything a sin? There's only one shit thing.
They?
You know, the church.
I think they want us to find God.
How do you find God?
How am I supposed to know? Does anyone know?
I don't think you can find something that isn't there.
Of course you can. If you couldn't, then Pastor Frank wouldn't have a job. How much do you think he gets paid?
Enough to afford the strip club.
No way.
Yeah, I saw him walk out with one of the girls one time.
Don't tell me that. He's supposed to be a role model.
Wanna go get high before we think too much about it?
Hey, Mikey.
What's up?
You'll see me in hell, right?
Yeah, of course. Wait at the front desk for you.
That'd be nice.
Hey, Matt,
Yeah?
you're not a sinner.
You're not a sinner either.
Yeah? Hey, I want to tell you something. I love you, even if God doesn't.
I love you too. Even if God doesn't.